Hello everyone, this is Chris, and now that we've worked a little bit on the spaceship in the last episode, I think it's noteworthy that we head back down to the very bottom of the Earth and actually work down here on decorating this mammoth of a hole. And because I really love the way the bedrock looks, I'm going to actually add in some tinted glass in here. And I really should have looked this up before, but hopefully mobs don't spawn in tinted glass. And if they do, that we will be finding out fairly soon right here. Or in this case, run out of tinted glass extremely quickly. But it does get me wondering, do I have the layer of tinted glass going right here, or do I have it going up one more block so that the entirety of bedrock is covered in tinted glass? Well, we can't really answer that question without more tinted glass, though. Okay, I have the andesite, now I just need the glass, which means we get to do one of Minecraft's funnest activities, smelting glass and waiting for it to smelt. Riveting, isn't it? Many more hours of waiting for glass to smelt and amethyst to grow. I think we should hopefully have enough to do a decent amount right now. Or in this case, only get about 2/3 of the way done. But even though we're not quite done yet, I think I could safely say that, I'm not going to cover that last bit of bedrock because that actually looks really cool. It actually looks really cool having that random pattern just all over the place. Then also, if we do cover the last bit, it's kind of hard to actually see it unless you're really squinting. So I think just having this last bit of layer right here is totally fine. Oh, actually, I just remembered these outer layers right here don't actually need the tinted glass because this is actually where we're going to be having the walls right around here. And I guess these wall patterns are going to repeat all the way up to the very top of this one tunnel right here. And up to here, we're going to have andesite, but then the rest of it, we're going to be using clay. Oh, and actually, an idea in actually getting some light down here is just getting some stairs and then putting some torches behind it. I mean, because otherwise, it's gonna be extraordinarily dark down here, so we gotta have at least some lights down here. And now that we have most of the walls put in place, I realized I forgot one key thing I needed to gather a whole bunch of. And that is actually blackstone. Feels like ages since I've been down these tunnels. And for good reason too, like, seriously, they're a death trap around here. I mean, if the fire isn't gonna get me, then it's certainly going to be these accordion cubes. Thankfully, I managed to survive all this nonsense down here, and I should hopefully have enough blackstone to do a decent amount of work now. Isn't that exactly what I said when I thought I had enough tinted glass? Jeez, now I'm noticing how much I'm repeating myself. Anyways, the reason I needed all this blackstone was, one, to have a distinguishing color from gray, but also act as sort of, I guess, structural support, because there's going to be sort of a slight overhang surrounding it going all the way up here. And you might be thinking that I explained that absolutely horribly, and you'd be correct. So how about instead of me trying to explain what this thing will look like, how about I just build it and show you what it'll look like? At least then it'd be a little bit easier to explain it then. And now that the majority of this is built up, now I can kind of explain what it's being like, and you can kind of see how it's, sort of indenting in a little bit, coming back up out here, and this right here is going to be a walkway going around here, and at some point, eventually, probably in this one video, we are going to have to tunnel in just a little bit so we can have some waterways going up and down, because for now, we just have this really janky water elevator just going up and down, and it's not really that good, at least for right now, but, it's still temporary. We'll get rid of it eventually. But now that we do properly know what this thing is going to eventually look like over and over and over again, repeating all the way up there, let's properly get ourselves to work. A few hours later, and using all but a few stacks of my resources, we managed to build up all of this right here. And can you imagine this pattern just going literally all the way up to the very top of this one hole? It's gonna look absolutely insane, but what we have so far still looks pretty incredible right here. And I think the space inside of here is probably going to house like some smaller farms if I can actually fit them in there, or we could put, I don't know, something else in there. Oh yeah, and I did still have to try and work around these cave spider spawners, and I literally have no idea how I'm going to actually, fully work around them. Maybe they'll just be decoration. Maybe I won't actually use them. I don't know. We'll have to see. But before I started doing all the time-lapsing and things like that, I noticed that Buzz was live streaming, and I figured that was a perfect opportunity to do a small little prank to him. Okay, so I'm watching one of Buzz's streams, and I have just the funniest little prank I could do to him. But to do this, I need to find, like, a horse or a dog or something like that. Okay, there's some sheep, not horses. Oh, perfect, perfect. Found a horse, found a horse. So all we gotta do is tame it, which I think we've just done. And then we just gotta put this thing right here, which is my exact name. And now all we have to do is... I love the smell of rotten, burning flesh in the morning. Alright, but I gotta try and do this. This is kind of harsh, but still, the reactions will almost definitely be worth it. Okay. Oh, I guess burn the child too, I guess, while we're at it.
I'm breaking. Wait, isn't Chris AFK?
Oh yeah, I told him I was AFK, but nope. I was kind of expecting a bigger reaction than that, but I guess not. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. Oh, they're gonna hate me when I see this.
Guys? What happened to me?
I went up in flames. I didn't know fire or lava. Yeah.
Flames. I have no clue, Chris.
Well, all my stuff is gone. Sad face. Again, they are gonna hate me when they actually see this. Alright, I've taken my armor off, and now I'm gonna try and go see if I can find Buzz, just to see his reaction. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna look very sad. I'm gonna look very sad. Oh, he's giving me his armor. Oh.
Chris! He's sad. On my iron.
Oh no, this is all his stuff. Oh no.
You keep this.
You know, I don't want to try getting handouts. This isn't my plan. Wait, I wonder what he's gonna be like if I put the armor on. I wonder what he's gonna be like.
Pumpkin.
I have spare.
Wait. Oh! He has a spare.
Oh, it's so much fun messing around with the other cosmic sometimes. You just can't help yourself sometimes. All in the name of fun, I promise. But something that's slightly more useful than fun is progress. And I think the thing we really should be working on now is a way on actually getting properly up and down. Because for like the longest time I've just been using like this janky little waterfall right here, and you know, it does the job, especially if you have a Riptide Tritons, but not everyone has a Riptide Tritons, and you know, everyone who doesn't, it just takes an absolute age, so I figured, you know, might as well try and adding like some official way in getting up and down. Oh, and it sounds like James is right here, and it sounds like he nearly committed suicide jumping down to the hole. But speaking of James, it sounds as though he and I are working fairly close together in that this all around here is his, I guess, framework for his farms he's going to be building around here, so we're gonna have to find a way and actually, you know, trying to coincide with each other, which is why I think on this side is actually going to be the way we're going to actually get up and down, because my idea of coming up and down is there's going to be a small hallway leading up to a water elevator going up and down, and compared to some of the farms I have planned, I don't think this will go out as far as some of those. But as is tradition for working underground, the first thing you need to do is tunnel out a little bit, and this is essentially going to be the length of the hallway, and yeah, it's very wide, but that's just because, like, all the decoration and stuff like that isn't put in yet. And speaking of decoration, and speaking of the size of this one hallway, we need to dig up about to as high as I can reach up there. And okay, I know you can't instant mine deep slay and things like that, but still, even without a beacon, it feels so much slower. And I think the only way I could really think of doing it quicker is if you sort of spam clicking your mouse or your, you know, controller or something like that to make it go just a little bit quicker, as you can see right here. But I don't know, even my workarounds aren't really working around that much quicker. But now that that minor hindrance is out of the way, we can actually start working down here. Starting off with, obviously, the most important part, having in the floor. And I guess just anywhere in this one, you know, bottom floor is going to have this one style of glass, and I missed a little bit of deep slate right there. One, because I can't remove the bedrock, and two, because it just looks so cool. I mean, again, just look at what we did out here. Oh, with just like 20 or so blocks to go. Why is tinted glass literally the hardest block to get in the game? Well, despite my shortages, you might be wondering, how am I gonna light up an entire area like this? Because it's like almost entirely pitch black, and like lights can't come through these things, but something that light can come through is actually black stained glass, which suspiciously looks very similar to tinted glass. But we can worry about lighting a little bit later. For now, let's just focus on the infrastructure of this one room. And this room in here is going to be fairly similar to the supporting frames we have out there, but with just a few small little differences. Wait a minute, I just noticed something. The soul sand and the magma blocks where they're supposed to be, there's bedrock in the way. I think I have a workaround. It's not gonna be the prettiest workaround, but it is going to be a workaround. And that the blocks are going to have to be just one block up. But, you know, if anyone ever happens to find any, bedrock breaking glitches, then I'm all ears. And lucky me ran out of blackstone again. First the stupid bedrock in the way, now this. But do you know the most annoying thing about right now? It's the fact that my bow still doesn't have infinity or mending on it. Which, you know, it'd be totally fine if I at least knew how many arrows I had, and, you know, you might be thinking, alright, you just might as well put it in your offhand, then you should be able to see, but no, if you do that, you still don't see them in your offhand. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, for real, Mojang, I know you have a lot of parody things on your hand, but it can't be too incredibly hard adding in just another singular slot onto the side of your hotbar. But who knows, maybe it's like incredibly difficult. Like, I'm not a game developer. It could be like one of those impossible things to add in, despite it seeming very, very simple. I think I'm getting off track a little bit here. The difference between out there and in here mainly comes in from the roof, because we're actually going to have some strip oak log pillars up here. What? A color that's not gray or black? This feels absurd right here. And then the main part of it's going to be built out of these half stone slabs right here. And yeah, here's I guess the main corridor idea I had in mind. Oh, actually, minus one little thing I forgot. Just a few extra blocks right here because we are going to have bubble elevators going up and down here, so we gotta hold back the water somehow. And you know what? Why don't we work on those now? Thank goodness for the zero-tick kelp farm. My life would be legit so much harder without it in this project. Oh geez, I forgot these guys were a thing. Oh no. Completely forgot about these stupid skeleton horsemen. Aren't they the horse something of the apocalypse or something like that? I can never remember the names of these guys, but now I apparently have 4 skeleton horses to my name now. And for the time being, they're all going inside this little pit I dug. Anyways, I believe this is where we need to dig down for the soul sand bit. Oh, okay. Jeez, why is everything after me today? Like, what the heck? But apart from that little scare, it wasn't too hard getting down here. And now the easy part of flooding this one tunnel, and then just filling this thing up with kelp. And now we just gotta place the soul sand in, and then hopefully everything should be working as intended. And yeah, these tunnels look absolutely hideous. I will work on them eventually, but everything seems to be working fine. So now we gotta do pretty much the exact same thing for the magma block one. Perfect. And this means we can kind of get rid of this waterfall going all the way down there. And while we're at it, we might as well get another portal linked up too. Alright, did it link well or is it off? I'm usually like a little off every now and then when placing these, but okay, so far so good. So far so good. And hey, it linked up perfectly. I know the infrastructure of this bunker isn't completely done and there aren't any farms in it yet, but you know what? So far, so good. Everything we've done so far with it is, you know, coming together really, really well. But I think there's one more thing I'd like to do before I cap off this one video. And that's by working on the skeleton framework for the top of this one bunker right here. And I don't have any specific designs in mind right now, but I'm sure, you know, if we work on a skeleton, we should be able to figure things out from there. Oh, geez, here we go again, another totem. Wait, where's my totem? Oh, my head. I feel like it's bruised or something like that. Like, seriously, that felt like such a nasty fall right there. I can't even remember what I was doing before I fell down. I think I was about to end the video or something like that. I mean, there's no point in me continuing on with such a massive headache like this now, so, yeah. Next video, no idea what we're going to be doing, but look forward to whatever that is anyways. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.